Hey guys, EC Network here, coming at you with another video. So I wanted to make a video, HBO Max 6 months in. What do I think about the service 6 months into its life? It's a little bit more than 6 months, but I still want to discuss what I think about the service today versus what I thought about it when it first came out. So first and foremost, if you haven't watched my video on what I thought about it before, I suggest you do so if you want to hear my full thoughts on it. But I was never a fan of the full service. I was never a fan of HBO Max for a multitude of reasons. Number one, $15 a month is completely and utterly ridiculous for a streaming service. That's just, for what you're getting, I mean, that's too much money. You shouldn't be paying that much. That's more than $170 a year. But anyways, that's the first and foremost thing. The second thing that I really hated about the service is the fact that they were taking away shows from other networks. Like they took away, for example, Close Enough from TBS. They took away a multitude of other shows that I'm not going to list off here from Cartoon Network. That's something that I really, really hated about the service. But just what they're giving you for your money, what do I think about it? First and foremost, I want to just say that I'm quite frankly disappointed at the offering of shows that they have. Like, yeah, there's a ton of old movies on there, there's a ton of old content on there, but there's still a lot missing. Like, I honestly cannot believe that at this point in the service's life, there's still so much missing from the library of Cartoon Network. Like, I would have expected day one, honestly, and I think I said this before, I would have expected day one for there to be every single Cartoon Network original that's not tied to, another streaming service. They have like a contract, let's say with Netflix, where, for example, Foster's is stuck with Netflix. Let's just say something like that. I would expect every streaming service that's not stuck via contract with another service to be on HBO Max, and that is not even close to being the case. There are a ton. I can't even tell you how many Cartoon Network originals are missing from HBO Max. And like I said, I've heard people saying, oh, those shows are just licensed out to other services right now. They can't put it on HBO Max. And no, that's not the case at all. Majority of these shows, literally, there is no legal way to watch them. You cannot watch them on Cartoon Network because Cartoon Network doesn't air reruns. You can't buy DVDs because they never made DVDs. And you can't watch them on streaming because they're not on streaming. So there is literally, for example, Symbionic Titan, no way to legally watch that show. Another show, Secret Saturdays, no way to legitimately watch that show. And so, why on earth aren't those on your platform, HBO Max? And some people might argue, look, those are smaller shows. Okay, if you consider those to be smaller shows, fine. For example, they just added this month Ed and Eddie, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and a couple other shows, Codename Kids Next Door, and a few others onto HBO Max. Why on earth weren't they there on day one? Those are some of Cartoon Network's most popular shows they ever made. Why wouldn't you have them on your streaming service day one? This is just kind of my problem with HBO Max is you're charging a whopping $15 a month for this service and you don't even have everything there. There is so much of your library missing. Why are you charging people $15 a month for it? That's just something I don't understand and is the reason why I do not like HBO Max, part of the reason at least. I can't get behind a streaming service that, number one, is extremely overpriced, and number two, is missing a ton of content from it. Like, look, I've said this before, but I don't like streaming in general, but I actually like Disney Plus. The reason why is because, number one, the shows they're putting on Disney Plus don't have any home otherwise. Disney doesn't have a place to air Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7 or The Mandalorian or whatever. They're airing these shows on Disney Plus because they legitimately don't have anywhere to air them on. In addition to this, day one, they pretty much had everything they own on there that wasn't tied to another service. If it was tied to another service, it was there shortly after, within 6 to 8 months. Meanwhile, HBO Max is missing a ton of content, and it's been around 8 months since the service launched. So I just can't get behind something like that. I just truly don't like HBO Max. Will my opinion change once they actually add everything, that's a part of Cartoon Network and Warner Media's library? Will I like it then? I don't know. It really depends on what originals they're adding to the service and just what they're doing to keep people subscribed, what they're doing to make it distinguish themselves from other streaming services. Because right now, they're not doing a good job, in my opinion. Like, I know I've heard people say that they love HBO Max, and if you love it, that's perfectly fine. Just, I can't get behind something that is missing so much content from it, and they're charging $15 a month for it. One final thing I will add, actually, on the missing content part. For example, I was watching Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends on HBO Max. I wanted to see, I think it was the Christmas special, if I'm correct. And they're missing like 4 or 5 episodes of Foster's, and they don't even tell you they're missing them. Like, they just change. Literally, what they did is they just changed the episode number so it looks like nothing's missing. But then, if you go on Wikipedia and look up all the episodes of Foster's, there's episodes missing. And I'm just like, why is this missing? Why is the Christmas special for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends missing? Like, I know they're not the only streaming service to be missing episodes. Like, for example, I believe Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is missing 2 episodes on Disney Plus. But those episodes are missing for a reason, because they're controversial. How is a Lost Clause Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends Christmas special controversial in any way? One thing that is a major plus to HBO Max that I will give them is they announced, Warner Media that is, that every movie that is premiering in theaters in 2021 will be premiering on HBO Max as well at no additional charge, which that is a really big plus side to their service, and I just wanted to give them credit for that. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to add that one thing on to the end of the video, but this is dragging on a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below if you guys like HBO Max, if you have similar feelings to mine, or if you have completely differing opinions that I didn't cover in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.